Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. The 49ers will put toe together and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the App State Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
There he goes. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Swan. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Second down coming up. Using his legs, it's Alexander. Shakes off the defender. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. They'll give it to him again. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
So the Charlotte 49ers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, they've got a receiver that if he's able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a
lot of space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. using his feet. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Harrell. That's caught, it's House. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Here's a heat. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Sends it back in motion. He might want another play. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown 49ers.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the option. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the...
The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense. You saw it on that play.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And the 49ers get enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The 49ers want to move quickly. Intercepted deep in his own end. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Hard running there. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Swan. He's open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fires left. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback are smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Absolutely center cut. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the 49ers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. He's got him in the flat. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quick release by the QB.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
The 49ers in a good spot here with second and short. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the 49ers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the run, it's Allen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
To throw, it's Harrell. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the 49ers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Charlotte. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you.
There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Swan. Unloads to the right. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, App State! The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dupree. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The 49ers headed quickly to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Fine.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. That's the end of the period. Charlotte has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying to get the corner. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the 49ers will call on their punt team. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Swan. Quick completion on the out. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The 49ers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Alston. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the 49ers getting set on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 49ers are moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they try.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the 49ers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Niners. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Finds the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Caught. Runs through a tackle. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going up top again. Fires to the right. Lost the defense. He's wide open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He'll set up to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on third down, though, because if the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway, a lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up fourth down.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The 49ers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Off play action. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Scanning the field, it's Swan. It's complete to the left. He'll get out of bounds, and they've got 17 ticks remaining.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you start it, you circled it.